Hi guys, I hope you have a nice day and I'm glad you're here with me on my channel Revelation. I will tell you today my opinion about the game Little Witch Nobeta that I played, all the pros and cons of this game. Let's go! Little Witch Nobeta available for Steam, Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. This looks like a third-person shooting game more than a Souls game. Little Witch Nobeta sees players take on the role of Nobeta, a cute little witch girl exploring a mysterious castle, trying to figure out the mystery of her life. But the castle is guarded by creepy dolls and shadow demons, and the mysterious crafted souls dolls that have gained sentence and will stop at nothing to prevent Nobeta from completing her mission. Her only friend in the castle is a mysterious black cat who does nothing but insult you and insists you work your way toward the throne. The story is relatively simple, without many narrative plots driving it forward. There are some cutscenes that expand upon the basic story, but they are fairly dull and render tedious thanks to little logic pacing. Characters speak very slowly and say a lot but explain little. After the tutorial, you're thrown into your first level. You can aim, shoot magic, charge a magic force from your attack, and use stuff to bat away enemies. On top of this, you also have mobility options. You can jump, double jump, dodge, and prolong your hang time after jump by using your melee attack. The other types of magic you can use are doled out to throw grimoires. These are collectible books which either teach you a new form of magic or upgrade a form of magic you've already learned. The game also has all the usual Souls-like trapping, bonfire statues, that upgrading souls from enemies, lots of souls on death. The first couple hours of its campaign are downright boring, as you don't have many abilities at your disposal which make the gameplay exceptionally flat. Nobeta can't equip new weapons or armor, she's always stuck with her default equipment. And the equipment system will massively increase this game depth and replayability. It could also heavily boost the game's cuteness factor. Leveling up individual stats is a waste of time, as leveling up equally proved the most effective strategy. As a witch, you fight more with spells instead of brown and the enemies are changed up to match. Most of your spells don't do very much damage by default, and the ones that be burned through your MP like crazy. But by charging up, Nobeta can unleash superpowered spells. This way most of her damage comes in. You are very vulnerable while charging, and a strong enemy attack can stop your charge. By the latter half of the game, the enemies get a lot of aggressive, and the game leans more into bullet hell. Early on, most of the enemies just slowly charge toward you, but by the end you have to dodge a lot of projectiles. I really like how the combat feels later in the game. Once Nobeta has all her abilities and spells, you can pull off some really flashy maneuvers. And you need to, because the monsters only get more and more difficult as time goes on. Every level is some variation of hallway, arena or cave, staircase and boss arena. Yeah, every stage has a concomitant boss. They're fine. I really don't have much more to say about them. They're not particularly challenging, they haven't any particularly interesting movesets, and there is no clever ways to get about beating them. There is not as much enemy variety as I'd like, but at least enemies change up their tactics significantly as move further into the game. The most basic monster in the game is tall Shadow with a big mouth that slowly moves toward you and tries to take a bit out of Nobeta. Chanting spells are also used to solve some puzzles. I wish there were more instances of this, but only a handful of puzzles utilize your spells to solve. As fun as the combat is, navigating the castles currently isn't. There is no map of any kind and there are no landmarks anywhere to help you navigate. Almost all the game biomes use the same castle fields, with nothing to distinguish rooms apart. Additional location variety is something this game absolutely needs. Most of the game involves running through open rooms and corridors made of brick walls. Variety isn't there. The same brick walls and doorways are repeated at museum, just with slightly different lighting. This wouldn't be an issue if the levels were strictly linear, but there is quite a lot of going back and forth required, resulting in the player becoming completely disoriented. This is exacerbated by the fact that there are no unique landmarks or visual features to navigate by. All the stages do connect to one another and there are hidden treasure change to find, but the change have nothing but consumables, spells upgrade and useless lore items. I think the game would have been served better if you could explore the biomes in any order and unlock abilities that help you throughout out the rest of the castle. But I wouldn't say the game looks terrible. These models look appealing, they animate well, and all the character designs are great. The game also ran very well without a hint of frame rate issues. Most of the environments look the same as it caused both visual confusion and the sense of monotony. The visual style is anime inspired, which I absolutely adore. There are very few actual characters here, just Nobeta, the cat, and the crafted souls, who serve as nothing more than bosses. While the game is short, it feels complete. Little Witch Nobeta is nothing special. It does nothing better than any other number of games I could name. I like the whole Katniss thing, and the all bad gameplay becomes very style, extremely boring and shallow. I can't even force myself to open the game again after playing it for a few hours. So, overall, the combat gameplay are extremely pleasant, and the character designs are good. However, the game loses a little bit in my eyes for unengaging story, occasional clipping, issues with clothing, especially when characters are sitting, and unnecessary occasions to view the protagonist underwear. So, what is in conclusion? If you are looking for a cute action game, look elsewhere. If you still want to buy it, just wait for the discount.
猫ちゃん 怪我がなくてよかったね
That's all. Thanks for listening to the end. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And also subscribe to my channel and it will motivate me to make more videos for you. Write and ask any questions that I will answer in the comments below this video. Bye bye and I love you.